Hey guys, welcome to another crypto movement video. Today we're going to talk about what Kevin O Leary said regarding regulations and clarity, and we're going to talk about Ray Dalio and also just kind of what's going on in the market as well as companies that are adopting crypto as payments. So this is huge. But before we do that, please smash that like button. When you hit the like button, it tells YouTube that this information is important and it allows more people the chance to see the info. So please smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. This is a channel where we talk all things crypto and really help people understand what's going on and get a chance to be a part of this community and grow this channel. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. And I wanted to begin, first of all, with I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes. So do your own research. And as far as what you buy and sell, that's up to you. But this is just to entertain you and hopefully give you guys some value and some ideas. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on today. So a ton of green, things are pumping. Bitcoin has gone up. I've noticed a couple thousand over the last few weeks. So it looks like everything is really pumping right now. Um, VeChain's one of my favorites, of course, and XRP, and it's really interesting to see what's unfolding, especially with the video I did the other day about Gary Gensler saying that most cryptos are actually securities. So we'll see how that all goes out, but it'll be interesting. So let's go ahead and start with the first story here from um, Business Insider. Shark Tank star Kevin O Leary says no one wants to be cowboys by investing in crypto if regulators say it's not okay. So some of the points that they're making in this article, it says Kevin O'Leary says he wants cryptocurrencies to be regulated in the US because people don't want to be cowboys about it. I don't want to get involved in crypto if the regulators say it's not okay, he told CNBC. There'd be another $1 trillion worth of buying into Bitcoin if regulators class crypto as a security, he said. And you know what? There may be some truth in that. And there probably is some truth in that. Because you have this trade-off between those who are quick to the party and those who kind of come after the real push. Now, at least for me, I feel like from what I've seen in many investments and many business opportunities in general, the people who get there first are the ones who win big. So that's just a common sense issue. So yeah, you know, things like Apple and all these big companies, the ones who got in at the very beginning made the most money. That's just a pure common sense thing. But anyway, let's go back down to see what they have to say. So Shark Tank Kevin O'Leary has called on US regulator to set some rules around the cryptocurrency market, saying that no one in finance wants to be cowboys about it. So I think this is really important, where he talks about some rules. And it goes back to what Mark Cuban said, how we would love to have clarity to know, how to go about this and investing. And that's what we're wanting, especially with XRP, and then that's bleeding into all the other coins about, can we have some sort of clarity so we know what to do moving forward. So, and many people are asking that question is, okay, let's get there so we can move forward and instead of tying everything up and suppressing the prices. So he goes on and says we want the regulator to actually make some decisions about crypto. Yeah, that's exactly what we're wanting, because none of us that are in financial services want to actually be cowboys about this, he said on CNBC's Capital Connection, an interview published Monday. I don't want to get involved in crypto if the regulators say it's not okay. So there's some caution there, he's saying. The U.S. has no single regulatory agency that oversees the crypto market, as digital assets aren't classified as securities. And then, of course, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler has called the cryptocurrency industry the Wild West, and recently urged Congress to provide the agency with more authority to regulate it. He goes on, O'Leary says, I can't afford to be offside. I cannot afford to be non-compliant. O'Leary said, if the regulator finally allowed financial services companies to call it an asset, put it in an ETF in the United States like they have in Canada and other countries, I'd figure there'd be another $1 trillion worth of buying into Bitcoin, and we don't have that yet, but that's the opportunity. So, there is a trade-off, and I see where he's coming from. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think that, Kevin's onto something? Do you think we need more regulation with this? Do you think that if by doing that, more people would jump into the market? Again, I think there's a trade-off, but, he does have a point there. So, again, he's kind of reiterating what Mark Cuban was saying the other day about we're wanting some answers, and we're wanting to know like how this game is played to be able to figure out what to do moving forward. So again, this is from Market Insider. So if you want to take a look at that, read the entire article. I also want to mention this. I thought this was really important. This is from Bloomberg. Ray Dalio says cash is trash and makes the case for crypto. So Ray Dalio is a billionaire and a businessman, and he had some, holdups with crypto as a whole, and I don't think he's fully on board yet, but he admits that, and that's kind of my position right now, is that I'm cautious about the dollar, really. So with everything going on, and if the dollar, goes to zero, I want it to be held, my money to be held in other assets. So Ray Dalio warned that investors shouldn't become too reliant on cash, and that that while he owns some Bitcoin, there's some danger that governments could destroy the crypto market. So this is going to be interesting because right now, as you can tell, the crypto market is under assault with the lawsuit with XRP and the things that are going on there. And again, with Gary Gensler, what he said about stating that most cryptocurrencies are securities. I mean, this whole thing, and then you have Elizabeth Warren, who's, she's one of the best that says, hey, we're just trying to protect you, as they're rich. So it's very interesting, especially with, I think people are, again, starting to understand, and the curtain is rolling back with how the game is played, especially with the short squeeze that happened, with GameStop and all that, and how it affected the people at the high end. So proceed with caution. So he goes on to say, first, no, cash is trash. So don't keep it in cash. Dalio, the founder of 150 billion Bridgewater Associates, told CNBC Wednesday. Dalio, 72, has a $15.6 billion fortune, according to Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Said he has some money invested in Bitcoin, but it's a small percentage of his investment in gold, which in turn is a small percentage of his other assets. So he goes on, the hedge fund billionaire said that governments don't want cryptocurrency to succeed, but that doesn't mean investors shouldn't diversify. And I think that's really the point, that it's another asset. It's another thing to hold the money and kind of work against the inflation. So it goes back to, it says Bitcoin, the largest digital currency, has jumped more than 60% this year, but has come under increased scrutiny from regulators concerned about how retail investors are engaged with cryptocurrencies. And Dalio said, at the end of the day, if it's really successful, they'll kill it, Dalio said, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have a place. So again, it's just breaking away from the control and the centralization of government trying to have their hand in every part of your life. And so I doesn't mean he's fully on board, but he's saying that, government is going to try to kill it, but that doesn't mean it's not necessarily a bad investment and to put something in there and diversify some. So that's Ray Dalio. And I wanted to cover this real quick. In addition to Bitcoin, and this is from MarketWatch. So it says, in addition to Bitcoin, AMC will soon accept other cryptocurrencies for purchases. CEO says Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash will also be accepted for ticket and concession purchases by year's end. And that's huge. This type of stuff, this push to be able to accept payments in things other than cash and card, it will really help the market grow as well as the clarity. So AMC on Wednesday expanded the range of cryptocurrencies it soon plans to accept for movie ticket and concession purchases. So Adam here on Twitter, he says, cryptocurrency enthusiasts, you likely know AMC Theaters has announced we will accept Bitcoin for online ticket and concession payments by year-end 2021. I can confirm today that when we do so, we also expect that we similarly will accept Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Oh. So that's a big deal. For more businesses to be able to accept this and different payment methods, that's going to be very important moving forward, and it's also going to help the industry grow and attract more people into the business, more people into the market. Again, the regulations and the clarity specifically, but also more companies accepting it. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what all pans out about this. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is a good thing? Are you excited to see more companies accepting this? And what do you think about what Kevin O Leary said with the regulations? Do you think that would really open the door to more people getting into the industry? Let me know in the comments down below. And again, smash the like button so more people can see this, and consider subscribing where we talk about all things crypto. And we'll leave it at that and catch you guys on the next video.